Okay, Twitch is live. YouTube's live. Welcome everybody to Printer Noises, because I was popping in here to grab the chunks before the stream started. And this is here, so yeah. I decided to wait and get my reaction to what this Splatfest will be firsthand. Splatfest coming up quick. Always getting pumping. They always do. Splatfest theme. Took it a while to print out. Splatfest theme is time travel versus teleportation. Superpower. Hey, Rand. No, you're not late. The stream's literally just getting started. Pearl? That's a little sadistic. Yeah, chill, Pearl. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. If it works out, I'm gonna keep doing it. Like, if my throat can handle it, I have cough drops to try and help with that. If it doesn't, I'll go back to just the 2 hours. I'm hoping to eventually push it to 4 hours. Starting an hour earlier than the old time and going an hour longer. Classy, Pearl. Yeah, I mean... I don't know, cause Marna brings up a good point of just go to another planet. If you can teleport, you could teleport to every inhabitable planet. And basically find a planet that has developed a time machine. And via teleportation, just steal it. Albeit, you could do the exact same thing with time travel. So... I don't know. Technically, both of these, you know... Yeah, this is what I was starting for. I was just after the ability chunks. I was just gonna grab them and then wait. I mean, I might... I'm gonna give it some thought. I mean, legitimately, both of them can... Both options can get each other's thing. Because time travel can just go to the future to get a personal teleporter. And teleportation can just travel through inhabited planets until they find a time machine and just steal it. I don't think Nintendo put enough thought into this now. What are the Oh god, Schellendorf! What are you doing, friends? Everyone from the stream. We're all friends here. I'm probably gonna be doing turf for a little bit. I really need to work on some swim speed gear, so that's what I'm gonna do. Where is anything with a swim speed main? There we go. What do I have with swim speed main? This? My right Joy-Con disconnected there. My shirt is staying. Shoes. I mean, I would go these, but these already rolled perfectly. These just look uncomfortable. Yeah, I'll just shove a snail into these. Me actually picking gear based on appearance? What's happened? I need a drink ticket, and I'll probably just do some turf. 'Cause I want to use the Nautilus more, but I kind of want swim speed gear for it. Albeit my run speed gear was working somehow. But yeah, I should probably have swim speed. Let's do this. Punch a hole in my shoes, merch. I'm just gonna scrub this. Make it clean. Now. Trusty Sean! I need a drink. Ah, I do have them. I was a little worried I wouldn't have any swim speed drink tickets. This just feels like the Splatoon community in a nutshell. Not that there's anything wrong with that, it just gets kind of annoying at times. I mean, even I've made offhand comments about how I'm bi, so I'm not above, you know, I'm not above those people either. But I do acknowledge it gets very annoying. Also, I want to note, the cough drops I have, they are false advertising. They're supposed to be like honey lemon, which you'd think that would be like a nice sweet little lemony flavor. No, they're mint. They're just straight up mint. No, I think that's literally only the third time I've mentioned it since I've started streaming. Like started streaming in general. I don't want to go that way. Oh. Oh, I see why I don't want to go that way. Still don't overly see why I'd want to go that way. Oh, jeez, ran ending. There might not be, honestly. I mean, I could always check my shoe collection, see if I have any scallop shoes. I know, like, their only bonus is something I'm not keen on. Like, well, not their only bonus, but, like, their bonus. I should use my special. Isn't it, like, quick respawn they do? Like, that scallop, their bonus thing. Also, this match turned around really fast. We have a... No, we didn't have a disconnect. Ow. I should actually just grab the Nautilus. Because, I mean, that's... You know, that's the thing I'm doing this equipment set for. Hello, Toast. And we pulled it back, I think, at the very end. That we did. Hello, Frost. I suppose it would be Phase Frost, or Phase Frost. Frost, I think, will work. I don't know. I don't even know if I have that shirt. I have a lot of them, but there's clearly some I'm still missing. Now, Nautilus. Yeah, I don't think Scallop have shoes. Oh, excuse me. I was using it a bit yesterday and kind of liked it, even though it's a bit wonky. Like, I was using it a lot in Salmon Run, because that's what I was doing a lot yesterday. I was like, yeah, I'm kind of getting the hang of this thing. I still think it's a, basically a, heavy splatling, but a little more awkward to use. But yeah, it is pretty good. I can't reach that far. I mostly just refer to, like, the charge speed. Like, with how long it charges at the same speed as the heavy. So for general combat, it's a heavy, but a bit more awkward. Because it's the shorter range and such. That's more what I mean. I don't mean that it plays like a heavy. Ow. Though it can pretty easily... It can pretty easily just walk and shoot, much like a heavy does. I mean, I will agree the Nautilus probably should have been given, like, a third kit. Oh, gee. Game, I have a drink! I get these shoes are... You know, they're zinc, so they're gonna have a bonus to something. But... I want swim speed, darn it! Lugia! Or Louis... yeah, I read that as Lugia. I am smart! I am smart. I can read. Luigi. It does, but it probably won't get them, because Nintendo's like, oh, that last set of weapons will be the last set, but they've done that before. Also, welcome, Nico. Hello, Red. Oh, jeez. I live! Yeah, it's cool. I mean, the stream was an hour early, so technically none of you are really late. The stream itself is early. I think I'm actually getting the hang of Inkjet, too. I mean, feel free to join in if you want. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, but don't you know, Tenta missiles are bad. I should really drop that, but I can't. I refuse. I hold grudges. Yeah, that is literally what the biggest argument between me and Curbs was. Tenta missiles are bad, no one uses them because they're bad. Stingray's the only good special. True, but even when, you know, like, the previous update. On usage stats, the Tenta missiles, like, you know, for the past couple patches, I went looking through, like, quite a few months back. Like, I went a full year back looking month to month. And Tenta missiles have almost always been tied with Stingray for usage. A lot of times actually beating them out by 1 point in the rankings. So I'd say they're probably pretty equal. It's probably because Tentamissiles are a good counter for Stingrays. The Stingray has to move, thus stop using their Stingray. Also, Red, yeah, I noticed. I was looking at both X-Rank and Private Battles. What statistics were available, anyway. I looked at both. It is from the Splat Meta website. Yeah, I have seen that Tetris has DLC, and I must question, how do you make DLC for Tetris? Like, how? How do you make DLC for Tetris? I want to know. And also, I have not picked a side yet. I can't decide for the Splatfest. Fair enough. But why would they sell that as DLC? Just that sounds like an update. I don't understand. It's Nintendo. They're new to this whole DLC thing. Well, I say that. No, they're getting quite experienced with it. Yeah, I don't know either. I mean, I used to play a lot of Tetris. I had a calculator that had Tetris on it, and I would sit in class playing Tetris. Mostly because, like, a lot of times, like, in school, it'll be a case of, oh, well, you can have a calculator, but show your work. Which means you have to do it out long form anyway. So, you may as well just do it out long form and play Tetris on your calculator. That was the way I looked at it. Calculators these days could probably play, you know, a lot more. Ow. But yeah, I myself, whenever I go looking to see, like, especially like when I was right after that argument with Curbs, and I basically just went out of my way to research up as much as I could on just the metas in Splatoon. I looked at both X-Rank and Private Battle because, well, they're both gonna have trends to them. Ow. And, like, a lot of times, the trends are going to overlap. They each also have a different caliber of good player. Because someone good at playing, you know, just competitive Splatoon might not be all that great at playing in X-Rank. Because they're too used to having their buddies around. They're too used to knowing everything. Ow. So I tend to look at both. And honestly, in X ranks, a lot of the times you really don't see Stingrays in usage. That ink armor actually saved me. Ow. Man of ink. Shouldn't have threw the splat bomb. Oh, suction bomb. I will never learn. See, Red, both of them, both time travel and... Ow. Time travel and teleportation can both result in gaining the other power. Because, see, teleporting, you could just travel to every inhabited planet and just find a teleporter and steal one. Time travel, you can just go into the future and get a personal teleporter. Like, both can result in the other thing. I did really badly that game. I mean, it might, what I said about competitive might be specifically wrong for Splatoon. I've not looked that far into the competitive Splatoon community, but I know how people are when it comes to working in teams. From playing a lot of MMOs. And people that are usually really good at working with a team they can communicate with tend to, the moment they're away from that team, want everyone else to play around them. I'm not saying they can't. I'm just saying probably a lot of them would at least struggle with it to a degree, which would explain why the metas for both of them are different. Alright, Red. I mean, honestly, it should probably be harder to get any rank. But, at the same time, you can still lose your X. Like, it's not like it's impossible. I mean, I've lost my X in Splat zones a couple times. Lost it in Rainmaker before. I might actually end up losing it again, because I've still yet to do my placement games. It all just comes down to the luck of how your team is gonna play and what weapons you have versus what they have. And the map rotation. Map rotation matters a lot. Yeah, I could tell you were lagging a bit. Hello, Jadens. I'd argue a few of them probably have, they just don't talk about it. probably a fair number. Like, I do understand that they're, you know... Like, I most of my experience I'm drawing upon comes from just my experience with, playing, well, as I mentioned, MMOs. I'm gonna use EVE Online as an example. Every year, excluding this year because their headquarters is under renovation, the developers of EVE Online, CCP, do a yearly alliance tournament where it brings together the biggest alliances in the game and ones that lucked into getting into a giant tournament where it's 12v12 in a game where normally everything is infinite versus infinite numbers. If you have the numbers, that's what you can bring. Ow. Those people that usually take part in the teams for Alliance Tournament teams usually don't do much else other than practice for the Alliance Tournament because they're really bad at general PvP. Some of them still do great. A lot of them still mess around outside of the Alliance Tournament as well. Ow. That's kind of where my perspective comes from. Which is why I don't doubt that there are Splatoon competitive players that can still do well in ranked. My point wasn't that they couldn't, it was more just there's probably a good little handful of them that just can't. They can't function without their team. Ow. Yep. I'm waiting for it. I'm gonna give it a few days for a good secret camcorder video to be made of it, and then I'm probably gonna track it down online and watch it. Ow. They might be. Who knows? This is Nintendo. They like giving out stuff at their movie premieres. I just can't afford to go see the movie, so... Plus, I don't think I'd want to see it in theaters. I'm not exactly a crowd person. I'm with you, Rand. Well, I'm not gonna pirate it. I'm just gonna watch someone's camcorder video of it. Because that always happens. I'm normally not, but I saw a bit of the trailer and I kind of want to see Detective Pikachu now. Ow. I have still not chosen a side. I legit can't decide between the two of them. I'm kind of waiting to see what a lot of you guys want for the Splatfest team. Because I know a lot of you want to mostly just play with me. So... oh jeez, out of ink. Out of ink. Ow. See, I kind of don't want to do time travel because I don't want Pearl to win at this point. She's kind of sadistic. No melon sauce. Like, Pearl legitimately wants to go back in time and murder whole family trees. That's not normal. I want to crush her dreams of murdering family trees. That's what I want. Ow. I mean, both of the sides can legitimately lead to the other, as I've explained a lot. Both, like, with teleportation, you can get a time machine. Just teleport to enough planets until you find one. And time travel, you can just go into the future and get a portable teleporter. Like a personal teleporter kind of thing. Ow. See, I've done a lot of these just going with I like Maruna more. I know it's not the point, but I'm a writer, darn it! This game does not care. Yeah, I know I say her name wrong all the time. It's how I've always said it. I'm gonna always say it wrong. You all know who I mean. I'll break the fourth wall if I want to. This is the moment where I kind of actually wish I had a camera. So I could just have waved at the camera when I said that. But I don't have a camera. You guys should be pretty glad I don't have a camera. Because I would A, probably never even be looking at it. And B, you'd just get to see me fiddling with my scraggly beard a lot. Because I just do that. Ow. My advice, for anyone who is getting started with shaving, get a good razor. Like, a good quality razor. You do not want the little cheapy ones. The little cheapy ones suck. They pull hair. They just suck. Cheapy ones also tend to lead to more cuts because, well, they're cheap. Ow. Oh, no, I didn't. And I'm going to be very disappointed if that happens. If Steve gets in before Shovel Knight. Because let's be honest, the developers behind Shovel Knight want Shovel Knight in Smash. With that Smash Ballot thing, like, people were asking them. And the developer was like, yeah, I'd love to have Shovel Knight in Smash. Like... Ow. If you like really good platformers, yes, play Shovel Knight. Like Mega Man-esque platformers, Shovel Knight is your game. It is really good. Really hard, really good. At least for me. I'm bad at platformers. That is legitimately something I want to do for the stream, is play Shovel Knight. But I want to do the co-op, which means I need someone here. Which means, you know, it'll need to wait. Though potentially by the end of the year. Potentially before even the end of summer. Nah, I'll go with Sloshing Machine. I believe so. I mean, it might be online, but I'm pretty sure it's local multiplayer. I know there is that website, but the person I want to do it with has a Wi-Fi cutoff. That's before the night streams. So I apologize for any crunching noises you might have just heard. I was finishing off my my cough drop. Ah! Ow. Alright, it would be kind of nice, in my opinion, to see the console developers starting to work together more. Given they've been having their butts kicked by PC for so long, the only... Oh, jeez. The only way they're probably gonna get anywhere is by working together. Especially where consoles are dying. There's no real arguing that. Console sales are not what they once were. Ow. Can't blame you. PC gaming is arguably the best gaming out there. I want a better computer, because mine's not great. Alright, Red. Ow. Yeah, I mean, I do have one. For as long as it lives. Ow. Though, hilariously, at least for gaming recently, I've been using it more for just an Android emulator. Like, on my free time, I've been just playing on an Android emulator. Playing Langresier. I think that's how it's pronounced. I'm bad at pronouncing things, as you've all probably learned. It's like a... It's what the Fire Emblem mobile game should have been. Like, it is an in-depth tactics game. Imagine that. It's not just who has biggest number. I'm not salty at the Fire Emblem mobile game. What are you talking about? Like, I was legit kind of excited to see that Fire Emblem had a mobile game, because I love Fire Emblem. And then it turned into, okay, build a team of 4, and who has biggest number. That is who your team of 4 is. Weapon triangles? What are those? If you have the bigger number, you win anyway. And I get that's kind of how Fire Emblem games work, but... It's just kind of annoying that they didn't try to balance it at all for mobile. Oh, jeez. If my computer could handle running the Android emulator I'm using and stream it, I would probably legit stream this game, the Langresier or whatever it is. Ow. I am so bad with this thing. I was doing so well with it yesterday. But no, everything's just gone to crap. I'm not good with it anymore. I mean, I might try one of the other variants. I like bomb rushes. It's a curse. Ow. Hello, Dynamo. I did, and I'm glad to see that Sega went, oh, okay, let's change that. Everyone hates him. because it looked, beautiful, I'll say. I mean, I'm not the biggest Sonic fan, but... Ow. I know what good Sonic looks like, and that looks like the Sonic Boom cartoon. It's actually a legitimately good cartoon. Makes fun of itself a lot. Ow. Yeah, I mean, I can kind of understand getting mad at Paramount, but I know for a fact that people were undoubtedly targeting specific artists at Paramount, and that's not cool. Get mad at the company, don't get mad at the artists. Because when it comes right down to it, the artists were just making what they were told to make. Like, it's the same, like, anytime, like, a game goes south. And rather than, like, blaming publishers, people will attack the developers. Like, I don't understand that. Like, what good comes from attacking the developers? I don't really like either of those other kits. I mean, I could work with the Kensa, I suppose. I just like the Bomb Rush too much. I'm gonna stick with the Bomb Rush. Though that is one thing I've noticed that people who play Nintendo don't seem to do all that often. Like, when things go bad on Nintendo systems, people didn't turn around and scream at, like, you know, Miyamoto. He probably wouldn't have understood them anyway. But still, you know. Ow. And also when it comes to, like, the Sonic movie, I'm kind of frustrated with people that are like, oh, it doesn't matter the Sonic's design's changing, the movie was gonna be bad anyway. Like, there's no guarantee of that. Ow. The movie might actually be really good. I mean, let's face it, everyone, when we've initially heard, you know, a big blockbuster Pokemon movie was gonna be made, everyone was like, oh man, that'll suck. And then we saw the first trailer and was like, oh no, that's actually, that's probably actually gonna be decently good. Ow. So I'm placing beacons. They don't look like they're gonna be good beacons, so I'm gonna ignore them. I know I'm usually the one that's like, use the beacons, but if they don't look like they're gonna save me any time, why should I bother? Ow. Yeah, I mean, some movies, I can kind of see the point of that. Like, if the trailer is just absolute garbage from the first moment you even take a peek at it, then, yeah, hate on it. But, honestly, like, aside from Sonic's design, I don't think the first trailer for the Sonic movie is that bad. Sets up the premise, it does its job. Well, I suppose its job was kind of to get people hyped, and it did, but for all the wrong reasons. Even though I honestly myself tend to just avoid trailers. Too many of them these days give away the movie in the trailers. Because, I guess the idea is if you don't, people aren't gonna watch. But people are gonna watch anyway. It's the same as, like, when marketing a video game. It's like, oh, if we don't break the bank, people won't buy it. People are gonna buy it if you're a known brand. Like, if I remember right from chilling around on the extra credits forums for a while, if a game releases on Steam in any capacity, it's almost guaranteed at least 1,000 buys. Ow. And if it's good, it'll get more buys. I mean, assuming the game doesn't look absolutely terrible. The game, you have to assume the game is of middling quality. At the very least. Like, it can't be a Bad Rats. Even though Bad Rats itself actually sold a lot of copies. Ow. But you kind of get my point, I hope. Oh yeah. Yeah, that guy's beacons would not be very good. Now I'm kind of getting ranting about video games in general. Which is not a good thing to get me ranting about. Because I will rant for hours. Be a map rotation. Finally, no more Schellendorf. I don't like this map. And that guy has beacon placements down. Ow. I'm getting into the hang of the sloshing machine again. It's definitely a weapon that takes me a few games to get going with, but once I get going, I seem to do decent with it. And I like bomb rushes, so... Yeah, Yeah, I'll stop flinging up at him. I'm already tempted to just scrub this gear. I think I might. Because I think I have enough drink left that... Yeah, I have 8 left. I can definitely fill 2 slots on them again. So I'm just gonna scrub these if I can. Yeah, yeah, you can scrub a piece of gear that isn't full yet. Just make it clean. Make it clean. Watch Zinc have, like, a lesser chance of swim speed. What are we working with now? Snapper and Makeomer. Yeah, I'll stick with this, actually. Plus almost to the freshness bonus. I'm almost fresh. Kind of. Here we go! I can't do a Mario voice. I used to do a better one than I can now. I probably could do one better if I practiced a bit. Because that's kind of the thing with voices. You get better at doing them the more you practice. Okay, a lot of people going that way. You're a squiffer. Why are you trying to snipe like a sniper man? That's not how squiffers work. Ow. There's a jellyfish in the ball thing. Good. I'd never noticed that before. Fair enough. I understand people do get tired of this game, so. Oh, Dynamo. I just wanted to kill your Squiffer, then you could have killed me. I was gonna do something else for tonight's stream, but I figured, nah, this is gonna be like the first stream I go, like, for the 3 hours on in a very long time. So I used to do 3-hour streams, but I kind of stopped because my throat was starting to kill me. So I have cough drops to try and alleviate my throat trying to kill me, and yeah. Ow. That Dynamo, man. They have it out for me. I have not played a Red Dead Redemption game. I've been told I should, and that they're really good. I'm just not that big into open world games like that. Like, I feel like once you've played one, you've played all of them. Also, I shall get to that friend request after the next match. Do you really want a suction bomb on a point 96, though? I mean, the thing's already ink hungry. I honestly don't think I would ever get either of the Red Deads. Like, I get that's borderline sacrilegious. But, like, I'm not that into sandboxy open world games. I mean, I've played GTA. I've basically played them all now. Like, especially because they're all, you know, they all play basically the same. I get the story is what you're mostly playing it for, but I'm not attached to the story of a cowboy fighting for his freedom. Now, if it had boats, if it had sailboats, I'd be all over it. I literally only own one Assassin's Creed game, Black Flag. I love boats. I just don't think I'm gonna like the game, so I really don't want to spend the money on it. I know that probably sounds, like, really bad, but, like, it's true. I don't have money normally, so I don't like wasting money on things I don't think I'll like. And, well, it's kinda in that category. I don't think I'll like it. Ow. I mean, hell, I use GTA as an example. I've played Just Cause 2. Like, I think that's why. Like, every one of those open-worldy type games, like Just Cause 2 and Mercenaries 2, every time I play an open-worldy type game, I'm just like, oh man, I wish I was playing either Just Cause or, Mercenaries right now. Like, they just make me want to play those games. I don't know. I'm weird. Ow. I tried playing Just Cause 3 and my PC won't run it. I don't have enough RAM. Which is a reason why I like torrenting games, because I didn't have to spend money on it and then fight to get a refund. I just torrented it, saw it wouldn't work, deleted it. Company lost no money, and I lost no money. Company might not be happy, but I sure am. Hey, Ryan. What's up? On the internet, that usually means something funny's happened, but it might not mean that. Well, I should say in youth speak. Ah. Ow. Yeah, that does suck. I haven't seen Infinity War myself. So I don't know. Also, I'm going to get to that friend request now. I legit have not watched a single one of the Marvel movies. Which I know is another case of, sacrilege. I read the comics. Like, I'm good. I read the comics enough to know that the Infinity Glove arc was not playing out the way it did in the comics, and I was not interested. And I might end up watching Guardians, because I don't even know what comics that would be based around. So I don't know if I've read those comics or not. But... And I refuse to watch the Spider-Man movie. I get Into the Spider-Verse is supposedly amazing. But one more day happened, and they have not come out acknowledging it happened, and it was a terrible mistake, and they should have never done it in the first place. And until Marvel does that, I am not watching or reading anything Spider-Man ever again. For those who don't know, One More Day was the storyline where, to save Aunt May from a bullet wound, against Aunt May's will, mind you, she was ready to kick the bucket. Peter Parker traded his marriage to the devil to save Aunt May. Because apparently no one in the Marvel Universe can patch a bullet wound. Like, this wasn't even some special bullet wound. No, this was just one of the Kingpin's dudes shot Aunt May. As you might be able to tell, I'm pretty angry about this. It happened a really long time ago, but... It's just a really bad storyline. Also, YouTube appears to be having issues. Like, can anyone confirm the YouTube is working properly? My playback is like 240p at the moment. Okay. I will trust that that means it's working for everyone. Alright, Ryan. Restream still isn't working. On Twitch side. So hello, Cotton. Well, I mean, people can still see you saying that on YouTube. Restream's working on YouTube, it's just not working on Twitch's side of things. So technically, you're still on YouTube. Just not as yourself, you're there as RestreamBot currently. Now, come on, swim speed! Swim speed in the shoes! I will take one! Can I get one more? One more in the shoes. Already had to scrub those again once. I mean, it was only 2 chunks each, but still. But yeah, as if I needed anything else to add to my I'm a nerd repertoire. I read a lot of comics. I don't own many of them, but I do read a lot of them. I used to go to my local library when I was supposed to be in school and just read comics, because they just had a large selection that you could just read. It was great. That was back in the town I grew up in. I don't know if the library here has any. Ow. My teammate kind of abandoned me. That should have been an easy kill on I think Rand's the Brella. But no, teammate left. Ow. Oh, jeez, what happened here? Well, an ink storm happened, but still. Has no one died since it happened? And again, I'm usually the first to die, but... Well, I say that. I seem to actually be really good at surviving. In some matches. Other matches, not so much. Oh, jeez. Ran out of ink. Should have recovered more. Ow. I'm smart. Alright, Rand. Have a good night. That's cool. Freshness bonus. Yawning. I should not be yawning yet. I slept well. Oh, jeez. Snipers. Good thing I can swim. Why is it I can hit someone super jumping away? But I struggle to hit a sprinkler. Ow. I deserved that. Ow. That hurt. Oh, jeez! That could have gone better. I think we made a comeback. Aha! That was looking really grim for a little bit. I'm still really liking the sloshing machine. Like, I regret not using this sooner. Oh, jeez, I messed that up. Yeah, it is really, like, awkward, but I like it. It's a good kind of awkward. Ow. Might actually hop back to the Nautilus after this one, though. Ow. Because, I mean, that's what I'm building this gear for, is Nautilus. Because it just feels wrong running a Nautilus without swim speed gear. But it's so hard to beat the funness of using a bomb rush. I swear I spent probably a good minute of that game just standing in front of their spawn, basically. I would mention what I'm guessing might have happened, because I've seen it in memes, but I don't want to potentially spoil anything of that movie. Okay, game, that's partially what I'm looking for. I would have more rather the extra swim speed be on shoes, but I'll take this. No, Demon Wolf. Time to become a Nautilus. True, but I know how people can be. My thing with talking about movies, I tend to try and wait until I know they've had like a Blu-ray release. Ow. Took down Cosmo Rider. Wonder if they're like Ghost Rider. Alright, Ryan. Ow. I am really bad with this special. The other one has a hamster ball. I might try using that. Ow. Going 1-for-1 a lot. And this isn't good like the Yu-Gi-Oh! 1-for-1. That's a limited card. Lets you just special summon a level 1 from your deck. It's really good. It was borderline useless before tuners became a thing. And then tuners made it just broken. I can't tell who won this. That they did. Oh, 0.4%. That was pretty close. I am definitely doing better with all this swim speed on the Nautilus. I'll probably just see about socketing in some more swim speed into either the shoes or the hairpin. Whichever has the better 2 auxiliary slots. Well, the worst 2 auxiliary slots. I'm going to add an extra swim speed sub to. That way I'm 2 mains, 3 subs of swim speed. So I feel that's a good amount. Mojo Jojo. That's from a thing. Excuse me. I'm a little gassy. Probably because mint. Lying cough drops. They say they're honey lemon, but they're clearly mint. Welcome back, Ryan. Ow. Ow. Jeez, my special. I probably still would have died, though. Okay, they have beacons from something. Ow. What even has beacons? Okay, it's the Aqua Brush, which I don't think has good beacons. They're running Stealth Jump. Do they not realize that doesn't work with beacons? When you jump to a beacon, it always indicates. There's no stealth jumping to beacons. They do have some sub power up. Okay, those beacons might actually be okay. Ow. Ow. I don't know. I haven't decided what side I'm going with yet. I kind of want to like give it until tomorrow before I decide, because there's no big rush, I don't think. Ow. Like I'm willing to bet the Splatfest isn't starting until like next weekend. It might be starting this weekend, I don't know. Ow. I haven't looked. Yeah, okay. So I definitely have until tomorrow. And I'm gonna check the app and just see where the majority of people by tomorrow are that are on my friends list. And I'll probably make my decision based on that. I am good at splatting with this thing. Downside is I get splatted about as many times as I splat. Okay, let's see. I'm leaning towards teleport at the moment. I'm gonna try a GooTuber. Because it just occurred to me this is the one type of charger I missed during the charger stream. I legit blanked on it existing. See, if you go teleport, you can get time travel. Okay, that's the kind of range I'm working with. Ow. How dare I forget about the GooTuber? Because I never use it. At all. And a longer charge in general. I like the Squiffer. I don't think I'm a fan of this. Like, it's definitely a more assassin-type playstyle. Ow. And I think running Ninja Squid with it would probably be a good idea. But I don't have a Ninja Squid shirt at all. And definitely none of them that have ink resist. Falling in the water is what champions do. If Mahi Mahi Resort had been brought over into this game, I would be falling in the water almost every match. Probably multiple times. Even now, going back to the first game and playing on that map, I fall in the water. Ow. Well, to be fair, you might have just died to, one of my teammates that was there. So you probably respawned faster falling in the water. Ow. Yeah, I fell into the water so much on Mahi Mahi Resort. Where, I fell into the water so much to the point where my girlfriend started a fall counter and would keep track of how many times I fell into the water. Like, I love the map, but I fell into the water like 3+ times a game. Starcat! It's like StarCraft, but with fundamental differences. I would just fall in general. Like, I didn't even use Kraken weapons. I just fell in. I'm guessing Pikachu is Ryan. I'm gonna guess. Maybe. I don't know. I see Anissa playing. I gotta get out of the habit of letting go of the fire button when I dip into the ink. Ow. Did it again. I mean, to be fair, I was out of ink, so it's probably a good thing I let go of the button, but still. Why would you ever turn your motion off? It sounds like a very bad thing to do. Ow. Yeah, people seem to like doing that. Also, team, we have not painted anywhere up there. I shot the teammate. I'm smart! I can see these colors! I don't have an excuse! Oh, okay. Well, you just push the Y button. Bam. That was a close game. I turfed a lot for a goo tube. Oh. That is weird. I've legit never heard of that happening. I'm yawning. Why am I yawning? I should not be tired. If I think of it, I will. Well, probably like a little after the stream, I'm just gonna be going to sleep, so I'll have to try and think of it tomorrow. Ow. I mean, I'm always open to listening to new music. I don't tend to search it out much myself. Yeah, mine has done that before. It's weird. Means you basically have to fight against your motion control. Ow. Wait, that guy got me? But, okay. Oh, jeez. I should maybe stop using the GooTuber. I'm not very good with it. Darn it. I should have just charged a shot while I was jumping back and forth. Ow. Dualies that know your charge time are annoying. I only got one kill, and it was the other sniper. Let's see here. Yeah, Junior. No, I won't go Junior. I'm just gonna go undercover. See how well the undercover works with swim speed instead of run speed. This is gonna feel so off, isn't it? Ow. I do kind of miss the run speed. I can feel the difference. Ah! Got the sniper. I am happy. Why are you not using your stamp? You have an ultra stamp! Use it, little sploosh. Darn it. For a second, I thought someone was coming down into the basement, but nope, it was just one of our dumb cats. I'm guessing falling down the final step. Ow. And it's not like the final step is any lower than the others, but they struggle with the final step, and I don't know why. It's only occasionally. The one that's currently down here eating has trouble going down, and the one that's not down here, her much noisier sister, has trouble going up. I don't get it. They're little derps. Yeah, I definitely don't like not having my run speed. What else would want swim speed? Well, just about anything, I guess, but Soda Slosher. Why not? Fair enough, but I think I'd still more rather run speed with the Tenta. Honestly, I think that thing would be great with a full run speed hat and the full swim speed shoes, just to try and counteract how heavy it is. Ow. Ow. So bad at this thing. You are not. Ryan, I thought you were the Octoshot right there. You completely bamboozled me. It's just like, wait, no, that wasn't what was just shooting at me. Oh no. Ow. Yeah, I know, but you jumped down as I was fighting the Octoshot, and I legit thought you jumping forward, and the moment you threw the splash wall, I was like, wait, no, you're not the right person. And then the Octoshot jumped at my side and killed me. That's a win? I mean, I'll take it. Didn't feel like that should be a win. I did so bad. Well, I say that. I got 5 kills and 7,500, but I could do better with the sloshing machine. The regular bucket's supposed to be the more average and the middle of the road one. How am I better at turfing with a sloshing machine? Oh no. I fear Hydras. When I know they exist, I fear them. I think I know what it is. Of at least why I do better with the sloshing machine than this regular bucket. The swing on the regular slosher is heavier than the swing on the sloshing machine. Like, it slows you down more. Ow. I had to go for it. No fear. Ow. I feel like I should just go back to the sloshing machine. I like burst bomb rushes. And there aren't many things that have the burst bomb rush. I think partially because Nintendo has flashbacks of how overpowered burst bombs used to be. And they don't want to recreate that for the community. Oh jeez, I thought the aerospray had given up. Ow. I got doolied to the face. My right Joy-Con also just disconnected and reconnected again. It's understandable. I get salty at it too, so I can't say much. I get salty at placement games. No, I'm gonna try a different one of these. I'm gonna try the Kensa. I think I used it a couple games. I used this one precisely one game and went nope. And this one I've used a fair bit now. Let's see if I can use soda bombs. That last person's name is very inappropriate. I wish I had my black box still. It wouldn't matter, I can't really cover it up while playing, but... They're a male. Yeah, I do not know. Ow. The better question is, why are they a male Inkling? They could at least go with female Inkling. It would at least fit their name better. I'm saying at least a lot. Ow. Getting the hang of these bombs is gonna take some practice. Ow. it's still a very, awkward name that I feel if it's not classified as an inappropriate name, it's a gray area. Yeah, GG's all around. Can I please get swim speed more on Wednesday? Yeah, the shoes! The shoes came through after the drink! Yeah, I mean, I suppose I'll just go on DeviantArt doesn't mark it as mature, so assuming nothing is showing. Anyone who doesn't know what it is probably very confused right now. Ow. And yeah, I would not advise anyone look up what vor is. Just trust me on that. Don't do what young me would have done and look it up anyway. Just don't look it up. Ow. Sniper has it out for me. Alright, Ryan. Yeah, don't look it up. Do not. It is not something you want to see. Trust me. And Cotton. Trust the two of us. This is not a topic I ever thought I'd have to be on. Yeah, it is. And Cotton traded sodas. Have a good night, Ryan. plot armor. Oh no. I think that's the first 99 star I've ever seen. I hit someone with plot armor. Oh jeez, that just reminded me that I don't know if it's the trailer or another trailer for Final Fantasy VII Remastered was released recently, and I can't believe it's taken them this long, but they would have had to have gone through the game again and proofread it all, because the original Final Fantasy VII was not well translated. I mean, the ideas were there. Like, instead of an executive producer, it had executive produce. It had very, very, racist translations for Barrett's dialogue. For those who don't know, Barrett's the black guy with the chain gun hand who's really cool. But, he basically talks like a walking stereotype in Final Fantasy VII, the original one. I hope they fix that. I'm not a big fan of Final Fantasy VII. So. So as much as I am not a big fan of it, I still have to give. It is the Final Fantasy that popularized Final Fantasy. So. And it's not a bad game. I can still play it and enjoy it. Ow. Ow. Oh, excuse me. Ow. Well, I stopped the bomb rush. I am really liking the sloshing machine. I'm not sold on the soda bombs yet. I mean, I know I'm probably just not using them right, but it just feels like a waste of ink on the sloshing machine. Like, I feel like I could do more by just advancing with a couple swings, and it takes less time. Fair enough. I like having splashdown on it. Well, our team is just the team of mirrors. We have 2 snipers and 2 sloshers. You need to have no fear, undercover dude. 42 blades. Gotta have no fear. That's how the undercover works. Have no fear, and you will get out of most situations alive. He is not having no fear. I could teach him how to not fear, but he'd have to be here first. Ow. Oh, we have... Okay, we have not really turfed over here yet. Yeah. We need turf. This is valuable turf. It's valuable property. We could sell that for a lot once this battle's over. Oh, jeez. I made it! Ow. I feel like if I was using the Luna Blaster, I would probably use the Fizzy Bomb more. Because at least with the Luna, it doesn't feel like I could advance that same distance faster by just firing the gun. And disrupt people in the same sort of way. I mean, yeah, Fizzy Bombs are annoying to deal with, but I mean... Yeah, I'll give this one a try. I hate stingrays, but... Maybe... No, I can't bring myself to use a stingray. I just can't. Especially not on a weapon like this. Enemy birds. Oh no. Those are the most dangerous kind of birds. Heh. I still stand by, I probably wouldn't dislike stingrays as much if you could use, like, your sub while using it. Ow. And then, like, it did the standard, like, special thing of just give you infinite ink. Because, like, that was a thing you used to be able to do with a few weapons back in the first Splatoon. Was, like, activate the special. Like, if it was a bomb rush. And then just use your sub as the rush. Well, in that case, it's the same, but you know what I mean. Like, you'd need... Oh, jeez, what special was it? There's one that had a duration. Ow. Ah, God, what was it? I can't remember the specials. No, I need to play that game more. Ow. Let's see. The subs in the Splatoon are Ink Strike, Suka, Killer Whale, Bomb Rushes, but those are always accompanied by a sub of the identical thrown consumable. Echolocators, Instant. I cannot remember what it is, but I know there was one weapon that you would do that with. Because it had Burst Bomb, and whatever its special was had a duration. Right, it was something that had Inkzuka. You could basically throw Burst Bombs like you had a Burst Bomb rush, kind of. You didn't have the added limit to the number of Burst Bombs that could exist, so you could still only throw 2. But it basically gave you added maneuvering with it. Because you could throw your burst bombs at your feet. And at walls, and, you know, climb things. At least I think it was burst bombs. I think it was splat bombs. I know it had some type of bomb that you'd want to throw. I might be remembering everything about that wrong, but... They are, and apparently they were scarier at one point. Trent! He's a treant. It's legitimately what I've always just called treants. My brain has always shortened it to Trent. Fair enough. I never really minded that map. I hate it in Clan Blitz in the second game. Like, that's just a definitive I hate it. Oh, jeez. Yeah, if anyone wonders how deep my love of, well, how far back my love of, like, strategy games goes, I was playing, I was playing Heroes of Might and Magic before I could read, which is partially where I get Trients are Trent from, because that is what little, like, 2-year-old me read Trients as. They were Trents. Now my brain just autocorrects. Heroes of Might and Magic is also probably the reason why in, like, grade 4 I was reading above college level. 'Cause I've always been a big nerd. Getting out of dodge. Oh geez, out of ink. I'm glad that person was very fearful of my teammates. I kinda wish this thing had Burst Bomb Rush. That would be cool. Like, instead of, the Splat Bomb Rush, it's the Burst Bomb Rush. Maybe I just like Burst Bomb Rush a little too much. I'm gonna change gear up a bit. I want my run speed stuff. Like, full run speed. Better strafe. A guppy loaf. Is that just a loaf of bread made of fish? I think that's just a loaf of bread made of fish. Does sound like something Inklings would do. And what one of them would inevitably name a child after. I do not doubt there is a child somewhere out there in the world named Bread. I honestly do not doubt it. There are so many just weird names. I just had an absolutely dumb idea for like a shifty station map. The floor is divided up like a chessboard. And as you color in a square, it flips over and becomes unturfable. But the only turfable terrain is in the center of the map and randomly reveals itself throughout the stage. Like, throughout, like, the time limit of the stage. That would be absolutely dumb, but it would be neat. And, like, have the squares able to randomly flip back over, so it's not like the last shifty and just whoever gets there first wins. That way, basically, you know, you're fighting from turf that's uninkable. So no one can really dip into the ink to recover. Which would greatly incentivize the use of ink recovery up. Because that increases your ink recovery while standing, and no one uses ink recovery up, really. Same with, like, ink saver main. No one really uses either of those. And this is one of the many reasons why I should never design a Splatoon map. Like, I know most people would hate that map. But myself as a designer, I like taking things, like, in the case like Splatoon, and making a map that rips one of the core mechanics away. And see how people respond to that. Like, you would still have, you know, turf you could dip in if you can hold the center. But that turf isn't going to be there forever. It's going to flip at some point, like every, like, 10 seconds or so. So it'll become uninkable. Actually, I wouldn't even say 10 seconds, because you could probably cover it in, like, 5. It would take some tweaking to get the timing just right so that everything's constantly moving around. So it basically would feel like the ground is moving. Oh, jeez. We have beacons. Okay, they're not great. I could have ran that faster. Ow. No fear! Well, that worked out. I see I'm not the only one that does Twitch shots like that. I'ma shoot him, and then suddenly, for whatever reason, your brain goes, twitch the wrist, and you just whiff the shot. Ow. I swear, this thing has become, like, my most used weapon recently. I'm kind of okay with that. Though I have also almost made it 3 hours, and my throat is only just starting to get a bit sore. So the cough drops work. I probably shouldn't take them put one in my mouth before I start the stream. I should, like, wait till I'm about halfway through, and I'd probably be perfectly fine. But they're mint. Eh. I don't like mint. Like, if I had the money to, I would just get another pack of cough drops. I don't like mint. I never have. And I'm like the only one in my family that doesn't like mint. I'm really the only person I know of that doesn't like mint. Ow. I mean, I might also be slightly biased against these cough drops, because they say they're honey lemon flavor, and they are not. They are just straight up mint. They can say they're honey lemon all they want, but they are not that. I know mint when I taste it. Ow. Ow. Yeah, me not liking mint has kind of almost always drove my mother a little mad. Because before I came along, I'm 7 years younger than my oldest sibling. Before I came along, when buying treats for everybody, you just, you could get a package of mints and they'd all be really happy with that. Then I came along and I don't like mint. Which means you have to put a lot more effort into, the general picking up one snack for everybody kind of thing. Which then turned into everybody's just started getting a bag of chips. Well, chips/crisps, because I know I have some UK viewers who would be very confused. Like, why would they be giving a bag of chips? I legit have to catch myself like that sometimes, too. Because, as I've mentioned a few times, my best friend is in the UK. He lives in Manchester. So, if I'll talk, like, after talking with him for a while, I'll pick up, like, the British ways of saying things. And then it confuses everybody. Especially the, I'm gonna go have my tea now, and referring to eating supper. Because he refers to, you know, supper as tea. It's his tea. Yeah. Ow. My family, like, not like 2 generations ago, was basically Scottish, so... Which is probably why I don't really have an accent, other than person with voice. I am generic person. I could pass for a lot of the you know, North America. Probably even some of South America. Ow. Right there was the wild Steph forgetting I have point sensors and not the bomb thing. Ow. Fair enough. Every time I think of Australia, I just think of a friend I have via EVE Online that just from the amount he's talked them up has made me really want to try a Golden Gay Time. Which probably sounds completely wrong to anyone who does not know what that is. From what I understand, it's basically an ice cream bar. I've actually had it. You can buy it, at least in Atlantic, Canada. It actually tastes really good. I don't understand what people don't like about it. And there's a local supermarket nearby where I live that just kind of imports a bunch of random stuff. So, it might just be where I'm living. Like, this supermarket has, like, full rows of just, like, here's this country's snacks. With a few, you know, things along the lines of, like, Vegemite and stuff mixed in as well. I've had it, it's really good. Like it on toast. I don't like many things on toast, so... Ow. I legit actually put a fair bit on the first thing I had of it, and I didn't hate it. Ow. Ow. Guppy Loaf has it out for me, I swear. Oh jeez, our spawn. Trent's been busy here. Take that, Dee Dee. Now stay out of Dexter's lab. Ow. Who am I kidding? She always actually made things good happen. Well, good things happen. Yes, I can speak. Ow. Darn it. Yeah. Guppy Loaf was just everywhere. Always just falling from the sky with the roller. Ah yes, one of the 9 planets of our solar system. I count Pluto, darn it! In, like, grade 2, we had to do, like, projects on planets. And my planet was Pluto. So I will forever consider Pluto a planet. Because I had to put hours of work into that project, darn it! I mean, then the project was never actually graded properly, so I technically put in all that work for nothing. So that was the moment I learned a lot of homework and projects are pointless. Thanks, Miss Surratt. I still remember that teacher's name. She was one of my favorite teachers. Ow. But still, we were never marked on those. Ow. Oh, I took 2 of them with me. That's all that matters. I think this will probably be the last match of the stream. Because it's getting pretty close to the ending time. Just so everyone knows, the streams, night streams, for at least the foreseeable future, will be starting an hour earlier than normal. That being at midnight Atlantic time, instead of 1 a.m. Atlantic time. I can speak. And if this goes well, for probably about, I'm gonna say probably about a week, I'm gonna try pushing the end time ahead an hour as well, so that it'll be ending at 4 a.m. Atlantic time instead of 3 a.m. Atlantic time. And if it doesn't go particularly well, I might still do that, but only for weekends. I don't know. I'll figure something out. Because I want to start doing longer streams, but my throat just doesn't normally have it, so I got about 20 streams worth of cough drops, counting today. So I have 19 more streams to go before I'm out of cough drops. Which, albeit, is only like 10 days. But I won't be having one every stream, I guess. So that will probably be about 19 more days. Because the day streams are going to be left unchanged. I need me some free time. And I really need to update the schedule in the description, and on Discord, and on Twitch. I've been seeing that thing as just a suggestion for so long. But yeah, that will be the final game for this stream. With that, I would like to inform everyone I do have a Discord. If you have not joined it, feel free to join it. It is linked in the description on YouTube and the info on Twitch. I will be back streaming tomorrow for a day stream at standard time, 3 p.m. Atlantic time, assuming nothing comes up. Today I just slept too long, and my computer was being a butt. But yeah, with all that said, thanks everyone for watching, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow for more something. I don't know quite what yet. I'll do something, though. See ya then!